The following is a presentation of Santa Monica College.
Thanks for joining us tonight at SMC. For the women's basketball game, we have the Corsairs versus West LA. Joining me is Kevin Coe. Coe, we have a returning starter to the lineup, which is going to be very, very important for SMC's chances tonight. What do we have on that?
Yes, Coach Lydia Strong is going to be very happy tonight to have Amani Holloway back. Amani Holloway, the only sophomore on this team of all freshmen. She's back. She's bringing her 14-point, 8 points a game, and her 9.8 rebounds. Let's see what she's got tonight.
Thanks for joining us for this spirited competition between the SMC Lady Corsairs and West LA College. We're going to have a pretty good game tonight. Both teams having a little bit of trouble getting out of the basement of the division. But looks like we'll at least have a good game today. All right, and for the tip-off, West LA wins the tip-off. Back to number 24, Chandrea Fortune. Fortune at the top of the key. Passes to number 42, Christina Gibson. Over to number 24. Fortune about 15 feet away from the basket. Number 42, Christina Gibson, pitches it into number 12, Emma Kilu. Good defense by the Corsairs. Number 23, Amani Holloway.
There's Amani Holloway.
There's Amani Holloway, Kev. Bria Nelson running the break. And over to Shannon Yon, who's one of our hottest three-point shooters this season. Yon on the perimeter, lets it go, rims out. Number 42 with the rebound, Christina Gibson.
Look for Shannon Yon to chuck that shot a lot. She likes taking the three. She takes the most on SMC.
I agree, Kev. Chandrea Fortune over to number 23, Deja Dozier. Dozier, great defense by Holloway down low.
You already see the impact that Amani Holloway has in there, that big 6-foot body. She's going to be a trouble for West LA.
That height is going to be something to do with, Kev, absolutely. West LA taking the ball out down low, underneath the basket. Right to Deja Dozier, top of the key, about 25 feet away from the basket. Over to number 42, Christina Gibson. Gibson pitches it in. Akilu, great defense by the Corsairs. And there we have a whistle, looks like on West LA.
You know, West LA is really trying to attack inside. You haven't seen them look for any perimeter shots. But then again, good defense by SMC.
Yeah, I agree, Kev. We got Bria Nelson bringing the ball up. It's going to be real important for her to have a good game for the Corsairs to have a shot today, Kev.
Definitely agree. There she is.
Boom, Bria Holloway, not known especially for the offense, Kev, but getting it going early right now.
Points, you'll take that from her. Anything she can get, but you're looking for assists and steals from Nelson.
Absolutely. Dozier brings the ball up court. Pass it over to Fortune. Fortune, top of the key, about 20 feet away from the basket. Great defense by Bria Nelson. Over to Dozier. Dozier trying to drive the lane, but great defense again by Amani Holloway.
Oh.
Looks like Shannon Young was really close to getting that steal, Kev.
You know, West LA really having problems on the offensive side. Absolutely minimal ball movement. Everything's going inside. No perimeter shots, surprisingly.
Yeah, I think that West LA is going to have to get that low post game going. That's probably what they're going to look at to do tonight, Kev. From the baseline, throws it out to Fortune, out on the perimeter, about 20 feet away from the basket. Right at the free throw line, throws up a shot, rims out. Rebound to Gibson for West LA. Top of the key, back to Fortune. Almost a kick ball. Akilu driving lane. Great defense again by the Corsairs. That 3 straight trips with great post defense by the Corsairs. Bria Nelson running the break. Over to number 2. Jamila Great, and she puts in the 2. Corsairs up to an early 5-0 lead.
You know, Great's been really picking up the slack for Holloway, who's been gone.
And the last time they played Bakersfield, Kev, Great was huge. She had a great assist going, great 3-point game going. She's going to be important as well. Looks like Bria Nelson got called on a reach-in on number 24, Chandrea Fortune. It looks like a matchup to watch moving forward, Kev.
Yep. But, you know, back to Great. I think she just did no pun intended, she did a great job.
Yeah, I think
good for Amani Holloway.
We had a hard time staying away from that pun also a couple of weeks ago.
I had to do it.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I'm not going to hold it against you. And she doesn't even know, but she's playing great defense. She could have had the clean pick if she would just spun her head around. but great on the D. And Nelson called for a second foul early. That is not, she's probably going to have to sit down, Kevin. That's with not even 3 minutes gone by in the game.
That's a rough foul.
That's a tough foul, but
SMC
it actually looks like, looks like they're going to bring in a sub for it, Kev.
Okay. And those are the kind of fouls you just can't do those kinds of fouls. You already have one. You're one of the most important players on this team.
Yeah.
Not a smart play there.
Absolutely, Kev. We got Fortune getting the ball about 10 feet out. Oh, offensive foul. Great defense by Ashley Scott, who just came in to replace Bria Nelson. We're going to have Shannon Yon taking the ball out. Like Kev said, we're going to have to keep an eye out for Shannon Yon on the three-point line today, Kev, huh?
Exactly. She took how many? She took like 83 threes this year.
Jeez.
83 threes.
All right, Corsairs running the break. Got ball in the corner to Holloway, top of the key. Nice little 14 jump shot. That's money all day, Kev. They got to look for that.
Imani Holloway already making that impact that we thought she would.
Yeah, no, absolutely, Kev. West LA, about 30 feet away from the basket. Throwing the ball around the perimeter. Trying to get the ball down deep, but whenever they throw that ball down deep, Kev, the Corsairs D is just right there waiting for them.
Great.
Number 11,
right
Ashley Scott, who came in for Bria Nelson, running the break. Over to Jamila, great. Just a little outside of her hands. Going to give the ball back to West LA there, Kev.
I really like the ball movement SMC is doing, though. I like the idea there. Just a little cleaner of a pass, but I love the ball movement of SMC.
And the defense down in the low post has been really, really good so far. All right, number 21, Brittany Jackson bringing the ball up.
West LA really having trouble on the offensive end here.
Yeah, especially down low. Moving the ball left to right, gives it up to number 13, or maybe number 12, Emma Kilu. And then, these refs are really calling these fouls, Kev. They're going to really have to wash their hands today.
Number 23, Deja Dozier. Dozier.
The Dozer.
Freshman forward. It looks like she's handling most of the ball handling capabilities.
Yeah, it does look like she is. Looks like a kind of a point guard by committee for West LA right now, Kev. As we say that, Dozier on the perimeter. Great, again, they must be 6 straight low post, great defensive possessions for the Corsairs.
Yeah.
They haven't even allowed a good shot down there.
You know what? SMC, I thought they'd be getting pushed around. This team looks considerably bigger than they do, but SMC holding the ground and actually doing it quite well.
SMC setting up in their baseline defense. A little confusion on the pass in, but nonetheless, Dozier comes away with it. Drives the lane, no call. Holloway with the rebound. Out to Shannon Yon, but then they turn the ball over, give it right back to West LA. Number 21, Brittany Jackson on the perimeter. Throws it to Dozier.
There's Dozier.
Dozier takes the 3, rims out. And the Corsairs just step on the line, giving the ball back to West LA.
You're really, I know I've said this a million times, but Imani Holloway inside, getting those boards, getting her hands on all the loose balls, she's doing an amazing job.
So important, Kev, Looks like, was that a timeout, Kev, or was that a 5-second call? Looks like a timeout.
Looks like a timeout by
Timeout West LA. So what's standing out to you so far, Kev?
Imani Holloway, my friend. SMC, the last time I watched them, they had a lot of trouble giving up second chance points, giving up rebounds after their initial shot. Imani Holloway really grabbing the boards, really just that big body that SMC has been really needing inside, and it's great to see the sophomore back.
Such a huge difference, Kev. We know, being Laker fans, when you have that Shaq, when you have that Pow, it makes the world of a difference. It makes a championship difference,
Corsairs up, 7-0 right now, but I'm kind of afraid that Bria Nelson being out of this game, she's their rock.
She, especially with Imani's recent injuries, Kev, not having Bria out there to run the offense, that is a huge question mark right now.
Yes.
But the one thing I will say, if they keep playing low post defense the way that they're playing, I think that the Corsairs should have this one. That being said, not even 5 minutes gone by, a ton of game left, an eternity left. West LA waiting to throw the ball in. Christina Gibson on the baseline. Looks like they're running a stacked play. Going to probably try to get Dozier or Fortune out on the perimeter.
Look for Dozier right here.
Oh, and they pull a wild card and throw it to 21. Brittany Jackson for 3, also rims out. And, man, I'll tell you, Kev, freaking Shannon Yon getting in there for those rebounds. She looks like Charles Barkley tonight so far.
Shannon Yon is a tough player. There's that 3.
Ooh, string music, nothing but net. Shannon Yon
that 3-point shot, and we all know why.
Pulling the trigger, and it looks so good, Kev.
She's already had 85 shots this season from behind the arc.
So Brittany Jackson bringing the ball up, throws it over to number 32, or you know what? Must have been Dozier over there on the weak side. Dozier driving with her left hand, gets it all the way down low. Again, great defense by Holloway. You can't say enough about the defense that Holloway's playing down low, Kev. It's some of the best I've seen all season.
I mean, it goes against everything I learned to keep bringing up the same person, but my goodness,
Yeah, I mean-
Holloway. But how about that shot from Shannon Yon?
Oh, it was beautiful, Kev. I mean,
But did you expect anything else with her in the game? Did you really?
nothing, especially considering that Jan has been in and out of the top 5 in three-point percentage all season, Kev.
Ashley Scott really doing a nice job, though, filling in for Bria Nelson.
Yeah, not a huge, definitely not making the difference known, Kev. Great pass down low. Looks like got it into great, missed about a 10-footer. And West LA gets the ball on the break. Great back for the block, and great defense again. Kev, that's like 8 or 9 straight defensive possessions down on the low block. No points allowed. Just amazing defense by the Corsairs so far.
You know, if you're West LA, though, you have to be frustrated.
Yeah, no,
highly frustrated. These are easy shots, but just some great defense by the Corsairs.
Big time, Kev. Jackson with the ball out on the three-point perimeter. Takes it down to the low block, being guarded by Great. Takes it back out to the three-point line. Tries to break down Great on the dribble crossover. Great defense again by the Corsairs. Spinning hook shot, no good for West LA. And there we go, number 11 out on the break. Ashley Scott, just hits the front of the rim. And we've got a loose ball foul on number 32 for SMC coming in, unfortunately.
You know, Ashley Scott was having a great time filling in for Bria Nelson, but not right there. Not right there.
That was Morgan Delgado getting called on the personal foul, the loose ball foul rather, down in the Corsairs offensive zone. Now we have number 21 for West LA, bringing the ball up, Brittany Jackson, about 25 feet away from the basket, top of the key, throws it over to Christina Gibson. Gibson, back to Brittany Jackson.
Oh!
Was that a 4-point play, Kev?
She did the Swaggy P there.
Oof, yeah,
She did the Swaggy P Jamal Crawford move over there.
Brittany Jackson, the and one from the three-point line, a very rare 4-point play. But, or no, you know what, Kev? Looks like they gave her the 2. So just your traditional and one. Looks like if she's going to be, we'll see if she'll be able to knock in that extra point. And she does. Corsairs off to a 10-3 lead. Looks like
no, they gave her the 3 points.
Okay, so they did. It was a took
4-point play.
Took the scoreboard a minute to get it up there, but yeah, 4-point play. That's impressive no matter what level you're at, Kev.
You know, but if you're West LA, you didn't think a 4-point play would be your first points of the game, but you'll take it.
Big time. Ashley Scott trying to get over to Amani Holloway in the corner. Amani trying to try to get it down low to Delgado.
Looks like a foul on West LA.
Yeah, even though we've been playing great defense down low, Kev, we've been really, we've had good discipline in our defensive zone, not being called for a ton of fouls. So, you still got to be feeling pretty good about where the Corsairs are right now. Ashley Scott throwing in a Holloway from about 10 feet and bricks it. West LA, the rebound up there was a scrum on the floor and a jump ball. Looks like possession's going to be SMC.
That's usually a give-me shot for Amani Holloway.
Yeah, that's practically a layup, Kev. I was surprised she didn't hit that.
Big surprise.
Out of bounds award to Santa Monica.
All right, looks like Ashley Scott throwing it in from the baseline. Ooh, and that's number 24. Nicole Chisholm, wet from 3 right there.
West LA needs to find their shot here.
Yeah, not only that, Kev, they need to figure out a way to run some offense here. We got number 21 here, Brittany Jackson, trying to break down Jan off the dribble, throws it up, and really just got bailed out, Kev. That was a horrible shot. It probably wasn't even within 3 feet, but, unfortunately, Jan got a little too close, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2.
Isolation play there for West LA. I don't know if that's what you're looking for. Let's look for them to try to run some set plays, run something. They need to get going here.
West LA at the line. Good on the first one. Corsairs lead cut to 7, 12-5, 13 and a half minutes left in the first half. And we got Brittany Jackson who's going to try to make her second, and she does. So 12-6, Corsairs.
West LA's coming.
They are,
slowly and surely.
Looks like they're going to run a full court press, Kev. That's Jan trying to break it. Oh, she gets called for the carry right there, Kev. You know, with Bria Nelson not being in there, you see where the trouble trying to break the full court press will, come from.
Ashley Scott, that's what she's in there for. She's got to try to get that ball.
Yeah, big time.
Shannon Yon, I've seen her dribble the ball. She's not bad, but she's not the greatest ball handler you have in the court. You're not going to want her there.
We got Chisholm out guarding the perimeter, guarding Brittany Jackson, about 30 feet away from the basket. Looks like Jackson's trying to figure out some offense to run. Little top of the post pick and roll with number 12, Emma Akilu. Akilu out to 42, out on the perimeter. Christina Gibson throws it into number 12 and looks like she will get the roll. Emma Akilu with the 2 points right there.
Good pass inside.
Ashley Scott bringing the ball up, and it looks like the full court press is kind of optional here and there. Oh, Holloway, great little sidestep with a nice little 10-foot jumper there, Kev. Like we said, she's supposed to hit those.
Amani Holloway.
Big time.
Need I say more?
Number 21, Brittany Jackson bringing the ball up. Gets it over to Fortune out on the perimeter, right side of the perimeter. Looks like they're running a lot of swing play offense today, Kev. A lot of trying to get that three-point shot going.
A lot of swinging to the other side, a lot of off-ball screens, trying to free up shooters.
Gibson throws up a shot, bangs off. And Delgado with the rebound. SMC bringing the ball up. We got Ashley Scott at mid-court right now. Crossing half court, met by West LAD. And Yon for three.
There it is.
Woo! Once
Yon.
again, nothing but net, Kev. They got to try to get her that shot all day long.
Shannon Yon. She loves taking those shots.
And
like we
said, in and out of the top 5 3-point shooters in the conference all season. She's got the green light all day, Kev. Great steal by Holloway. Out to Ashley Scott on the break. In front of the 3 West LA defenders. Up and one. 3-point opportunity. Great take by Ashley Scott, especially in Bria Nelson's as replacement, Kev.
That's a little makeup for that easy 1-on-0 layup she missed earlier.
Yeah, right off the front of the rim.
I'm sure she's glad she can make that. And an and-one play.
Yeah, you don't like to see that all the time, Kev. But looks like Estra Killican's coming in. And Killican had her jump shot going a couple weeks ago, Kev. We'll see if she can get it going today. So, Kev, when do you think is going to be an acceptable time to bring Nelson back in?
I'd say you don't need to rush her in right now. You have quite a lead, but I'd say maybe with 7 or 8 minutes left in this first half.
And Ashley Scott unable to convert on the 3-point play.
Amani Holloway's playing a lot of minutes in her first game back, Trev.
Very much so, Kev. We got number 23 right there, Dozier bringing the ball up. Once again, swing offense being put in play. About 18-foot jumper, and she converts. Brittany Jackson converts from about 18 feet. Somewhat impressive take right there, shaking the defender, Kev.
Jackson's really been a huge part of this little mini comeback.
Yeah, and
that West LA's got going over here.
Delgado over to Killican. Killican looking to get some ball entry. Instead, takes an 18-footer and misses everything. But Delgado's there for the rebound and the 2 points. Corsairs with a 21-10 lead.
There she is. There's Morgan Delgado.
Brittany Jackson bringing the ball up, Kev.
Huge for the Corsairs while Amani Holloway was not here inside.
It's hard to see if West LA's even running a type of offense. Just looks like they're swinging the ball around the 3-point arc, Kev, and then if they can get a good matchup, they'll go with it. You know what that was called for, Kev? Looks like I think they might have stepped on the baseline actually in the corner. They keep working the ball into the corner, which is what you're always supposed to stay away from because then you're so susceptible to the trap. I
don't want to make anyone look bad here. But a lot of cross-court passes, a lot of nothing, really. I haven't really seen anything from West LA that makes me think, they're running anything specifically.
And no real recognizable offense, no pick and roll, no runners, down along the baseline, just really swinging the ball along the 3-point line. And, if they get a good look, they do, but just not a lot of organization, it seems like.
But SMC, on the other hand, you see them, where they're great is on the fast break. It's a shame that we don't get to see Bria Nelson in right now with those 2 fouls, but she's amazing on the fast break. She's very fun to watch. Great ball handler, has a great eye. You've seen a lot of threes go in for Shannon Yon already. I think she's made 2. But you know how this SMC offense works. They like to run a little bit, and if they can, they're going to try to get it inside to Holloway.
And you can see the look on Nelson's face right there, Kev. Just, she is just itching to get back into this game. She's really hitting herself for, getting those 2 early fouls.
After a little run by West LA, it really looks like SMC has picked their defense up.
Yeah, and with the 3 subs out there, Kev, you can't really, not that big of a difference being made from the, the bench to the starters. So they're really doing a good job at replacing those starters, Kev.
Yeah.
Ashley Scott bringing the ball up. No foul called
Oh,
for Chisholm on the perimeter. West LA steals the ball, and now they're crossing half court. Number 24, Fortune, throws it over to number 21, Brittany Jackson. West LA for three, and they hit. It was a good look, Kev. You know, it looks like they might just be trying to get that three-point game going. That was Twa Muldrow. That was her first look. 1 for 1 from the three-point line, 1 for 1 from the field so far today. Killican bringing the ball across the top of the key, trying to get the offense established. Back over to Ashley Scott, top of the three-point line. And that is Chisholm missing from about 8 feet. West LA with the rebound.
tough break for Chisholm right there.
Yeah.
Good look inside.
Yeah, Brittany Jackson bringing the ball up, crossing half court. Looks like Nelson's about to get back into the game, Kev. And that's Fortune shaking Chisholm, and air ball, unfortunately, for West LA.
A complete yin-yang for West LA here. In the beginning of this half, they were really scared of taking that perimeter shot. It looks like they're not shying away from that at all.
Looks like they're embracing it, Kev.
Yeah, it really does. Well, they got to embrace something in this offense sooner or later.
You got
They're going to fall behind.
Dozier taking the ball down on the baseline, trying to get in. Great defense play by the Corsairs. Fortune from about 12 feet misses.
There's Dozier.
Dozier's there once again, Kev, for the easy two-point putback. Corsairs up 21-15.
Oh, there she's back in.
Bria Nelson driving the lane, kicks out to Holloway. Holloway back down low to Delgado, and one. No make on the and one. Delgado will be going to the line for two.
Great pass inside. Look at that ball moving. First from Bria Nelson, then to Amani Holloway, then inside for that clean look.
And it was probably the best looking flowing offense we've seen so far today, Kevin. It's as
In the
soon as Bria
half-court
Nelson,
set.
exactly.
In the half-court set.
And as soon as Bria Nelson comes back, no coincidence there.
Yeah.
Delgado hits the first from the line. Corsairs up 22-15 with 9:48 left in the first half. Delgado gets ready for the second. And rolls in. Fortune and Jackson bringing the ball up. Going to probably establish their swing offense, try to get another three-point shot.
Looks like they're trying to get their shooters open.
Once again, swings to Fortune. Top of the
There she
three-point key, rims out. There's Holloway for the rebound. Once she gets her hands on it, Kev, it's hard to get it away from her. Brie Nelson on the break. Oh, and great defense by West LA. Corsairs will have the ball outside out of bounds.
Just a little bit too late of a pass there by Bria Nelson. She had it a split second earlier. She could have got it past that defender for the easy layup.
Yeah, the West LA defender, she got there pretty fast.
Yep.
Bria Nelson, inbounds to Delgado. Delgado swinging the ball around the three-point line to Jan. Jan into Holloway from about 12 feet. Bricks off. West LA the rebound. Fortune bringing the ball up. Crosses half court. Top of the three-point arc. Pump fakes. Gives it to Jackson on the three-point line. And rims out. Scrum for the ball. West LA comes up with it for another easy two-pointer. They really have to start controlling the boards down there, Kev.
SMC starting to break down a little bit here on the boards.
Bria Nelson bringing the ball up. Looks to get the offense established. Jan coming up. Scott from the perimeter. Trying to get the ball down low to Holloway. Oh, double teams and a foul on... Did they call that on Holloway, Kev?
I think that is on SMC.
Yeah, they called an offensive foul, but all I saw was her trying to rip the ball out, Kev.
But she never really had possession of the ball over there.
Yeah.
The Corsairs, panicking a little bit, trying to get something running, trying to force feed it into Holloway.
And unfortunately, Kev,
not a great decision there by Shannon Young.
somehow the Corsairs are already out of fouls. Looks like they're in single bonus, so it'll be 1 for 1 for number 23, Deja Dozier. Dozier on the first shot. Bricks off the back, and Holloway with the rebound. Holloway up to Nelson. Nelson going to try to get the offense started. Drives the lane, up and one, gets the roll.
There's Bria Nelson.
Great take by Nelson, Kev. She's really got to try to look to call her own number more often.
She was just sitting on the bench waiting.
Oh yeah,
for that
chomping at the bit, Kev.
Waiting for that.
So her second personal, 16 foul.
Bria Nelson, not the tallest player, but she's not afraid to go inside at all.
Not at all. Going there with those trees.
Not afraid of contact, not afraid to dribble. She's very fundamentally sound.
Pulling the trigger on the extra point and hits it. Nothing but net. You can always count on those point guards to hit the free throws, huh, Kev?
Yeah, always, always. Especially Bria Nelson.
Brittany Jackson bringing the ball up. Looks like she'll be the mainstay point guard for the time being. comes heads up with Ashley Scott at the top of the three-point line. Throws her over to number 15 again, Twa Muldrow. Surprised she didn't pull the trigger on that one. She seems to have the green light. Great defense by the Corsairs. Out to Jan, gets it to Ashley Scott on the break. Up for two, and she misses, unfortunately, but looks like it went off West LA. Yep, it'll be Corsairs ball.
That's actually Jamela Great.
Oh, that was Great?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, looks like Great and Jan having a little bit of disagreement on the floor there, Kev, a little miscommunication.
Great doing the little Corey Brewer action here, leaking out.
Great to Jan for three. Oof, it looked good, but just not enough to get it there.
Shannon Jan, not a great shot, but if she's good, you want anyone shooting that three, you want Shannon Jan to take that shot.
Corsairs back on D. Once again, West LA throwing the ball around the perimeter, trying to get a good look at a three-point shot. Great zone defense by the Corsairs. West LA has not been able to crack it so far.
A lot of second chance opportunities
Fortune
here.
from about 15 feet, banks around probably 5 times, then finally rolls in. Nice shooter's roll for Fortune from West
when you
LA.
give up those second chance rebounds, Trev.
Bria Nelson breaking down the defenders, Kev. Gets it over to Holloway from about 18 feet. Oh, and just barely rims out.
That's a heartbreaker.
It was. Dozier with the rebound. She's definitely their low post presence right now, Kev.
Oh.
Brittany Jackson with the crossover, throws to Fortune from about 16 feet and rims out. Dozier there again, that low post presence. And there's the three again.
That's two.
And that's from Twa Muldrow. That is her second three-point shot. And whenever they get her open on the three-point perimeter, Kev, they are letting her let it fly, man.
You know, and just like that, West LA's only down 4.
Yeah, it's surprising what a couple of three-point shots can do so fast, Kev, you know? Bria Nelson trying to get the offense set up, calling out for the number 1 play. Throws it into Great. Great swinging the ball around the perimeter. Finds Nelson back in the corner. And
nice inbound play there by SMC, trying to get Bria Nelson open on the other side, on the cut.
Yeah,
a little bit too late of a pass there.
Good defense by West LA. Santa Monica forced to take the ball out again.
I mean, I feel like West LA, it looks like they just finally woke up.
It does seem that way, Kevin. It looks like Holloway's going to get her first break, so we'll see how the Corsairs can kind of, stave off this this current offensive threat from West LA.
Shannon Jan.
Yeah, Jan, not a good pass. That was looked like right into the West LA defender's hands.
That's 2 bad passes from Shannon Jan.
Yeah, I think she needs to assert herself on the three-point perimeter. Now there's 15 again. Twa Muldrow once again swinging the ball around the three-point perimeter, trying to get the ball down low into Dozier. No kickball called. And once again, over to Jackson. Fortune trying to drive and gets called for the travel. So that will be SMC ball at the baseline. 6.5 minutes left. Corsairs with a 4-point lead, 26-22.
You know, it just looks like West LA is just having problems in that half-court set. On the fast break, they're doing just fine. It's just some instant offense they're getting there, but in that half-court set, really struggling to see what they want to do.
Yeah, Bria Nelson bringing the ball up, Kev, crossing half court. Her and Brittany Jackson going heads up, shakes about 3 defenders, gets up for the layup, and takes it all away. That was a thing of beauty, Kev.
That's a great play by Bria Nelson, and it's something that you expect her to do. Attack the inside, and she's great at making those inside layups.
Absolutely, Kev. Brittany Jackson bringing the ball up about 25 feet away from the basket, throws it over to Twa Muldrow again, over to Fortune in the corner, and called for another travel. Looks like they're moving their feet before they throw the ball down, Kev.
It's that little 2 steps she takes right before she, dribbles the ball. The referee is doing a good job of catching that.
Yeah. Tony Truitt making her appearance the last couple of minutes, running power forward for the Corsairs. Bria Nelson in mid-court tries to get it in over to Great, but overshoots her. Fortune with the interception, if you will, the steal.
Might have been tipped there.
Perhaps, Kev. Yeah, definitely somebody could have got their hands on it, definitely. Brittany Jackson trying to run offense for West LA. Gets it down low to the bigs. And again, called for a travel. I think that's 3 out of the last 4 possessions, Kev.
That's 3 straight traveling calls there.
Yeah, that is not going to make the head coach for West LA too happy. Head coach Colleen Matsuhura. All right, Tony Truitt throws into Bria Nelson. Bria Nelson greeted at midcourt by Brittany Jackson. Going to try to break her off again. Through the legs, nice little crossover. Drives to about 15 feet. Gets it over to Truitt over in the corner. And Holloway back in. Nice little 5-foot running bank shot.
She got her drink of water. She's okay. She's good to go.
Just needs a minute, Kev. Just a minute. Corsairs in their trademark zone defense. Bria Nelson guarding the perimeter. Got Fortune over in the corner. Dozier once again trying to drive. Knocks over the defender. West LA air ball from 3. And Bria Nelson running
There's
the break.
that fast break.
Gets the ball up to number 2 for SMC with a nice 2-point lay-in.
There's Great.
Jamila Great, man. I mean, she comes in spurts, but, you know, when she's getting it going, when she's got her offense going, you know, it is it's a great thing to watch.
Great really likes going on the fast break. She's got that Corey Brewer gene in her.
Absolutely, Kev. Great defense down low by number 15, Tony Truitt. Once again, over to Jackson, fakes the 3, throws it out to Fortune right on the edge of the perimeter. Almost banked in a 3, but Holloway with the rebound. Ashley Scott running the break over to Truitt and misses the shot. Fortune with the rebound, bringing the ball down the floor.
That was a tough miss by Great over there.
Yeah, you know, they're having a hard time with that rim, Kev. Brittany Jackson running point, swinging the ball around the perimeter in their trademark style. Pulls up from 3, almost banked it in, but Holloway with the rebound. Bria Nelson bringing the ball up floor, just coasting through those defenders.
Oh.
And yes, West LA keeps it in bounds for the steal.
The ball just came out of her hands there. Just
slipped.
Slipped.
And that's number 21, Brittany Jackson, bringing the ball up once again.
You know, let's see if West LA can get something here besides a 3.
Jackson throwing it down to the post.
Speak of the devil.
Fortune from about 20 feet and hits nothing but net. That's a big shot, Kev.
Looks like a long 2 there, though.
Yeah, you know, she has a tendency of, you know, pulling up from just inside the 3-point line from what I've seen so far. You know, Fortune, you know, not to say she doesn't have the confidence from 3, but she has no problem taking those long 2-pointers, Kev.
You know, both teams struggling a little bit here on the offensive end.
Yeah, you
West
know,
LA, not very good offensive possessions, if I say so myself. 3 travels in a row. You have a lot of long jump shots. You just want something easy for these guys.
Yeah, both teams, Kev, you know, if anything, you know, you would think that they'd try to get some offense started, like call some plays. But, you know, once again, it just seems like they're just going down. It's almost like a street ball, you know?
Swinging the ball type of thing.
Very much so.
SMC, on the other hand, Bria Nelson. What do you think of her?
Bria Nelson, when she's out, this offense is not the same, Kev. You know, when she's in there, it just flows better. And she looks like, you know, like a race car, you know, speeding in and out of big rigs on the freeway when she's out there driving the lane. She's getting her teammates great looks. I think it is imperative that she not get any more fouls, at least this half. Save herself with maybe, you know, 4, you know, is it, you know, maybe 3 for the second half.
I'll tell you what, though, look for Ashley Scott and Jamila Great to really run that fast break. When Imani Holloway was out, Scott and Great would run that fast break like they were they grew up together doing it.
Absolutely.
It was just awesome to watch. The results are always a little bit mixed, but they love to run that fast break with Great and Scott. Keep an eye on that.
Corsairs back on the floor after the timeout. Holloway going to inbound to Nelson.
Big minutes here for Holloway.
Big minutes, Kev. Nelson bringing the ball up, throws it back over to Ashley Scott. Ashley Scott over to Tony Truitt in the corner, drives the lane, tries to throw up the shot, does not get the call. And that is Fortune on the break. Oh, missed the layup. Bria Nelson out on the break. She's got 2 people to beat. Throws it up to to Ashley Scott, and she loses it out of bounds. But it is off West LA.
Bria Nelson always trying to be that outlet passer.
Yeah, very much so, Kev. She knows that she, you know, if she doesn't get the offense going, she doesn't get those assists going, you know, they probably won't get going. Ashley Scott out on the 3-point line, throws it to Holloway. Holloway back outside to Bria Nelson. Back down low to Holloway. Spinning jump shot, misses. Just a little too strong on those, Kev, you know?
First game back, nothing too, you don't worry about stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, looks like a kickball on West LA, so Santa Monica will keep possession.
Once again, Bria Nelson doing a great job finding people.
Yeah, big time. You got Ashley Scott pulling up for 3.
Speak of the devil.
Just a little bit too much to the right. You could tell that one wasn't going to go in, Kev.
Good shot, though. Good look there.
Deja Dozier bringing the ball up, about to cross half court, gets it over to Jackson. Jackson trying to get the offense established, looking to maybe get it down low to the bigs. Back over into the corner, right off the 3-point line. Fortune for 3, throws it back down to Dozier. But Santa Monica, great defense, knocks it out of bounds.
Bria Nelson coming down to help to knock that out of bounds. Good defensive play there by Nelson.
Yeah,
looks like she's going to be coming out of the game now, actually.
Yeah, it looks like, thank God there wasn't a foul called in. It looks like they're just going to kind of, you know, be safe and not let her get that 3rd foul here in the first half, Kev.
You know, less than 3 minutes left in the game, I wouldn't do anything. Nothing to argue against.
Missed by
Ooh.
West LA, and a rebound by Shannon Yon. Knocked out of bounds by West LA in their own zone, so SMC will inbounds from the baseline.
You just don't want to make that pass there. That's a 2-on-1.
No, absolutely not, Kev.
The one being your teammate.
Ashley Scott looking to inbound the ball with her crisp and clean Kobe's. Throws it out to Monty Holloway, and knocked out of bounds by West LA. Really close to getting Holloway the ball down low, Kevin. That's exactly where you want to get her the ball.
Yeah, but SMC here, getting some really bad passes here from this SMC offense. Let's see if they can clean it up a little bit.
Almost like they're just a little too nervous, Kev. Like they need to calm down a little bit, you think?
Maybe they're just relaxing a little bit, you know?
Yeah, they just, kind of working themselves into the flow of the game.
I could totally see that.
Definitely. Ashley Scott inbounding from the baseline. Dozier with that big wingspan trying to block her from getting the ball in. And unfortunately, that's off SMC's hands on the inbound. That's going to be off Jamila Great, and it's going to be West LA's ball.
You know, there's 2:39 left in this game. West LA only down 8.
Yeah, it's surprising how fast you can close those gaps, Kev. Jackson.
Oh.
Over to Muldrow, and a foul called, unfortunately. Thank God they got Nelson out. There wasn't a chance.
Huge break.
Yeah, big time.
For West LA. Huge break for West LA.
Yeah, that's the second shot I've seen, Kev, where there was absolutely no chance on the make, but they got bailed out with the foul call.
Yep. You got to really give it up for Gibson right here, though, taking the free throw. Bit of force inside.
Yeah, as far as, misses the first of 2. Looks like they're in double bonus. But, just being that big down low, that zone defense is going to kind of gravitate toward. She takes all the attention, and she's the reason that those three-point shots are available,
Yeah.
Up with the second, misses, and Delgado with the rebound. Delgado out to Ashley Scott. Ashley Scott trying to get it to Yon. Yon at the three-point line, into Delgado. Amani Holloway, unfortunately, loses it out of bounds. Just a little sporadic out there, Kev.
Shannon Yon, great shooter. Not so great of a passer in this game so far. Let's see if she can just, fix it up a little bit.
Yeah, West LA bringing the ball across. Brittany Jackson loses out of bounds. That'll be Corsairs' ball with 2 minutes, 11 seconds left. Corsairs with an 8-point lead, 32-24.
It looks like every time West LA is about to come in, they just can't get the job done,
Yeah, we got SMC getting it out to the three-point line, back to about mid-court. We got Ashley Scott trying to bring it in, maybe get Yon a good look. And that's great for the, that's a foul on the floor on West LA.
No shot.
No shot, and unfortunately, I do not believe SMC is in single or double bonus. Oh, yeah, looks like they might be in single bonus at this point, Kev.
But as I was saying before, Trev, it looks like every time West LA tries to get this close, they get it to 8, they get it to 6. Turnovers are just killing them.
Thank God SMC is able to respond, Kev. Ashley Scott at the line, trying to get first 1 of 2 for the 1-and-1. And she converts. She will earn herself a second throw from the line.
That's actually great again.
Oh, is that number 2? I
Yeah.
can't see her numbers from here. They look so similar. But yeah, okay, so we got Jamila Great hitting on the first, pulling up on the second.
It's just the fact that they both got that headband.
Exactly. They got the headband and the ponytail coming out the back, Kev. They're like twins out there.
They both love running the fast break,
Exactly. And it looks like a little full court press by SMC.
Oh.
Unfortunately, West LA has no problem breaking it, but misses the layup. I think that's going to be SMC's ball, though, Kev, if I'm not mistaken.
That's a tough miss for Gibson right there, man. That's a tough miss for Gibson.
Once again, Christina Gibson, they're big, throwing the ball in from the baseline. Gibson out to Fortune. Fortune down low to Dozier. Dozier overthrows her three-point shooter on the perimeter, and it's going to be Santa Monica ball coming back.
Dozier got it to Muldrow there. That's a good, clean look for Muldrow, who's been taking those shots and making them.
Yeah, underneath 2 minutes to go. Got Ashley Scott bringing the ball up, replacing Bria Nelson at point guard right now. Oof. She knew it too, Kev. She knew she had the double dribble. She tried to stop herself, but at that point it was too late.
That's just. Sometimes you just know, Trev.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just know.
If she would have kept going with it, it might have, they might have missed it, but she called it on herself almost.
At least she's got good character, right?
Holloway defending the perimeter. Yeah, this West LA team definitely trying to get the three-point shot going, Kev. Number 15, Muldrow, up with the 3. Rebound to Fortune. Fortune up with the, and they call it travel again, Kev. That was the SMC dodging a huge bullet, dodging a three-point play. Turnover. Because, once again, the travel, Kev.
After turnover, after turnover.
Jan and Scott bringing the ball up. Scott about to cross half court, greeted by Brittany Jackson. Gives her a little crossover to Delgado at the top of the key. Pump fake. Tries to get it to Jan, diving through the lane, but just too much congestion down there, Kev. Back out to Ashley Scott, bringing the ball up from about 22 feet. Trying to get it down to Holloway. Gets it to her, and a great block by number 23, Dozier. That being said, Jan with the rebound, and Jan with the offensive rebound and the putback. Right back up to a 12-point lead for the Corsairs. Huge play by Jan right there,
Shannon
Kev.
Jan going inside, getting that offensive rebound, something the Corsairs really need.
West LA breaking the press, getting out to Jackson for 3, Kev. Oh, and she converts.
Oh,
huge shot for West LA right now.
She threw her hands back. She did the threes with her hands. She knew.
Can't be giving the guards wide open looks at 3 like that, Kev.
Can't be giving anyone wide open looks, in fact. SMC defense really kind of getting lazy over here.
Holloway down to Delgado on the low post, and gets called for the foul. West LA. Delgado go to the line for 2. Yeah, great ball movement right there. You can see that Holloway's trying to get it down low as soon as she got it, Kev. You know, she has great vision.
Yeah. You know, West LA, if they just cut these turnovers, this could be a very different game.
Very much so, Kev. Delgado good on the first. That'll push the Corsairs lead back up to 10, 37-27 with 35 seconds left in the first half.
You know, Monty Holloway, great first game back so far.
Huge.
Great game.
Delgado getting ready to let the second go. And she is good on the second. 11-point lead for the Corsairs with 35 seconds left. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Full court press by the Corsairs, but Brittany Jackson has no problem breaking it down as she has all game long. But Holloway with the steal. Oh, and West LA steals it right back, and then Ashley Scott gets right back. Jan almost pulled up for 3. I think they know that they can get the last shot, so Ashley Scott's going to pull it back and wait for the last shot, Kev. Jan trying to get it down to Holloway. Holloway top of the key, gets it down to great, and they call West LA for the foul. The Great will go to the line for 2, Kev, with 8.7 remaining.
Good pass by Holloway there to find an
Hey,
open.
two free throws is great as the layup, man.
Yep. That is if she makes them.
Exactly, yes. For Holloway, it seems like a 10-footer or less is practically a layup, man. That's why when she misses them, we're so surprised.
You know, Great's been having a good game, too.
Yeah, just like the last game I saw against Bakersfield, Kev, just doing all the things that the team needs her to do. Get rebounds, run the break, get steals. She's doing a really good job. That being said, Great good on the first. Pushes it to 12-point lead with 8.7 left and misses the second. West LA will try to get a shot off. 5 seconds left. Oh, and a foul at half court. So looks like West LA will go to the line for, I'm not sure if it's double bonus yet. Hopefully it's single bonus. Brittany Jackson, 4.5 seconds left. Corsairs up by 12, 39-27.
That's a bad foul right there. You really did not want to give up that foul.
It's a 1-and-1 though, so she needs to hit the first to get the second. And she hits the first, so she will give herself the opportunity for the second.
You know, they could come within 10 here with this free throw, Trev.
And 10 is right there, Kev. That's nothing to, you know, wag a finger at.
Nothing.
And like Kev says, they do cut it to 10. Ashley Scott will try to get the ball up court and get one last shot for the end of the half. Ooh. You know, Kev, I don't know if she knew how much time was left, but I would have probably pulled up from about 10 feet. She had a wide open lane.
You could have called a blocking foul there, but that's not good awareness right there.
It looks like the refs let him go. You know, no points.
Rightfully so. You know, you want to let the players play in that situation, in my opinion.
Exactly. Get the second half over. Get the get halftime started, and get these girls ready for the second half. So, what stood out to you in that first half, Kev?
First half things you really notice is SMC without Bria Nelson in there. Really struggling to see what they can do on offense, but when she's in there, she's a great outlet passer. She's great at the point, great at finding out and running certain plays that SMC really needs to figure out what they're doing. Just sometimes in the half court, they're clueless out there, and you just don't want that to happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think this game has a lot more to do with West LA struggling to not turn the ball over.
Absolutely,
There's
Kev.
just turnovers galore. Yep. I mean, it's whether it's the travels, whether it's the bad passes, whether it's just getting blocked by Amani Holloway.
Because they're down by 10 right now, Kev, but they have obviously been the better team from the three-point stripe.
Trev, I tell you, they cut their turnovers by half, and this is at least a 4-point, 2-point game.
All right.
Because they've had some open shots that have been called off for traveling, that have been called off for whatever reason, because this is just not good. And if you're Coach Matsuhara, you're not happy right now.
We got Holloway, you got Nelson. The two of them together is just definitely something to, be said about those two, Kev.
Amani Holloway, huge game. Bria Nelson, huge game. Just kind of what we thought was going to happen. But, look for Ashley Scott and Great to really run that fast break, because they've been doing an excellent job of doing that so
like
far.
we said, Scott coming out of nowhere and, just filling all the holes here and there. It's going to be a lot of stuff to look for in the second half.
Yeah.
In the meantime, we're going to go down to our sideline reporter, Lizzie Muse, who's interviewing assistant coach for SMC right now. Down to you, Lizzie.
What's it going to take for you guys to stay in the lead tonight?
We need to keep sharing the ball like we've been in the first half. The past couple games, we haven't been sharing the ball very well, but since we've been sharing the ball, this has got us the lead, so if we keep doing that, hopefully.
Can you comment on Imani Holloway being back in the lineup tonight?
We're all excited to have her back. She's doing a great job. She has about 5 or 6 blocks already in the first half, so hopefully she can continue that this game.
All right, well, good luck in the second half there.
And welcome back to Santa Monica College versus West Los Angeles College. I'm Trevor Angoni. With me is Kevin Coe.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, Kev. That was a good first half. A lot of three-point activity from West Los Angeles, and a lot of really good low post defense from Santa Monica, as well as the two standouts, Holloway and Nelson. Did anything else stand out to you than what we talked about before the beginning of the second half, Kev?
For the Corsairs, a huge thing that stood out for me was that what we thought was going to happen kind of did happen. Imani Holloway's having the big game that we thought she would in her first game back. Real big difference in Bria Nelson's in the game offensively as she runs the point. She leads the conference in assists, second in steals. But the biggest thing I took away from that first half, Trev, was the fact that West LA couldn't cut the turnovers. Turnover after turnover, every time they cut it to single digits, every time they got it to 4 or 6 points, just a string of turnovers, and I'm talking 2 or 3 turnovers in a row. Let's see if they can clean it up.
Absolutely right, Kev. All right, we got action getting started here in the second half. 39-29 Corsairs with West LA inbounding the ball. Brittany Jackson takes it at half court, brings it down. She is met by Ashley Scott at the top of the three-point arc. Pass it back out to Christina Gibson. Gibson, top of the post to Kilu, and Nelson with the steal.
There's
One-on-one with Brittany Jackson. Oh, nice little and it rims out. Really nice little rondo dribble, Kev, but she was not able to convert. Ooh, and there's that third foul, Kev. As soon as we get the second half started, not even 20 seconds in, and Bria Nelson gets her third foul. So going to be real interesting to see if they're going to let her stay out there. Nope, doesn't look like they are, Kev. Looks like they're going to take her out 20 seconds into the second half. That's going to be very interesting to keep in mind moving forward.
That's a smart move by Coach Lydia Strong, but a really scary one for the Corsairs. We saw West LA make that run when she was out of the game.
And Bria Nelson has to know how important she is. She needs to know not to reach for those, little easy little swipes right there, Kev.
And how about that move, though, that rondo move? Ooh. She had the whole gym fooled on that one.
Great move, Kev. Oh, and there's Ashley Scott on the steal. And she dishes out to number 24 for SMC. Driving the lane, kicks it back to Scott. Nice little 8-footer, and it rims out. Thankfully for SMC, Tony Truitt is there for the rebound, and she gets fouled. She will be going up for 2.
It really looks like SMC is really trying to run that fast break. I think they noticed that they had a lot of success with it in the first half, and it looks like they're running the second half right away. And trying to run, and I like that.
And you can just tell the difference between Chisholm being out there and,
definitely.
And Nelson being out there, Kev.
Chisholm, though, not doing a bad job so far. Granted, it's been like 30 seconds.
Yeah.
It wasn't a long time that we got to see Bria Nelson.
We said that the first half too, Kev. When the subs were in there, they were doing a really good job of keeping the, potency of the offense up and the intensity of the defense, Tony Truitt, good on the second. Of course, they was taking an 11-point lead, 40-29, with almost a minute gone by in the second half. Corsairs with a full court press, three-quarter court press perhaps. And you got Great and Ashley Scott, the twins up at the top of the key. Once again, West LA swinging the ball around the three-point perimeter. A nice little give and go, and Chisholm was there for the rebound.
That interior defense by SMC staying strong in the second half.
Very impressive, Kev. You got Ashley Scott cleanly picked off. That looked like a Richard Sherman interception right there, Kev. And you got number 15 for West LA bringing it down, Muldrow. Oh, she cannot convert the two-point layup.
I caught that Richard Sherman reference, by the way.
Ashley Scott will bring it up court, throw it to Great. Back to Scott. Scott will try to get the offense going. Throws it to Chisholm in the corner. Going to try to get it down low to Holloway. Gets tipped, gets the ball back. Holloway going to try to maybe do a little reverse pivot jump shot right here. And West LA's called for the foul. A little too early for a single or double bonus. But the Corsairs will start piling up those fouls in hopes of getting to single and double bonus as soon as possible.
Second team foul. Into the game number 24.
No, West LA really not coming out of the second, in the second half.
A little
like
stale, Kev,
you
but we
want
got,
them to.
Ashley Scott so close to getting the, to hitting great on that dive right there. But, you know, both teams have played pretty good low post defense. You know, Kev, it's no freebies here and there.
Yeah. But a lot of turnovers for both of these squads to start out the second
And
half.
you got Fortune try to bring the ball up back to Brittany Jackson. Jackson tried to get the offense started, swings it around the perimeter. West LA for three, rims out. You got Fortune, nice little 12-foot jump shot, miss. Holloway's there for the rebound. Holloway will get out to Ashley Scott, try to get the offense going.
Fortune's been getting a lot of good looks here, actually.
Oh, Ashley Scott to great, and the and one, Kev. Nice little shooter's roll. That'll give the Corsairs a 13-point lead with a chance at 14.
There's great. Going inside, attacking the basket as she loves to do. Not on the fast break this time, but she'll do it on the half court too.
And like we said, Kev, you know, she's doing all the little stuff to fill in the holes and just keep that smooth transition from starters to, you know, bench mob.
She's a great cutter, Trev. A great cutter. Look for her to do that.
A great role player, and yes, a great cutter, great slasher. Absolutely, Kev. Pulls up for the second, misses off the heel. And Fortune will take the ball out on the break. Great trying to come up from behind her. Brittany Jackson for three, and grazes off the front of the rim. Holloway with the rebound, gets it out to Great on the break. Unfortunately, it is stolen by Brittany Jackson. You know, it's really hard to get those breakaways with Brittany Jackson running down all the lead point guards and shooting guards, Kev.
You know, something I noticed about West LA, though, Chandrea Fortune got that rebound off of that free throw and just took it coast to coast. Who's the ball handler for this West LA team, Trev?
That's a good question, Kev. Killican for three. Oh, and it just bounces off the back of the rim. Killican will get some early time here in the second half, Kev.
It might be Jackson. Speak of the devil. You know, just when I start to say that, I think it might be Brittany Jackson who might be the ball handling person for the West LA team. It looks like
goes back to
she
Fortune.
Got that turnover right there.
You know, you know, it's funny, Kev, because even though Brittany Jackson would have to be the one that you would peg as the point guard, it's really just a rotating point guard. You know, kind of stable, if you will.
You know, she was doing. I thought she did the best job in the first half, though, over for West LA in handling the ball. But you know who I'm dying to see here is Muldrow.
Yeah? You want to see her getting it going from three again?
She's going to knock down those threes.
What do you think both teams just said in those timeouts, Kev?
I don't know what West LA has been saying in this timeout or all these timeouts for this game. I do not know. But for SMC, I really think they're going to try to get it to Imani Holloway here. Get back to that game plan. Get back to having an organized half-court offense. Let's see what they do right here.
As you talk about Holloway, she inbounds the ball, runs down to the low post. Scott bringing the ball up, swings it into the corner to Great. Great down to the low block to Truitt, loses it over to Killican over in the left corner. Corner three zone. And West LA called for the, oh no, looks like Santa Monica called for the offensive foul.
You know, West LA doubling Imani Holloway inside.
Yeah,
SMC was trying to get it to her, but it looks like they're having some trouble
West
there.
LA knows where SMC's bread and butter is, Kev. Brittany Jackson crossing over Ashley Scott about mid-court. Throws it back over to Fortune in the corner, guarded by Holloway. The two bigs for both respective teams.
Fortune has really been aggressive offensively. Really aggressive offensively.
She has, you know, Holloway's been there every time, ready to, douse those flames. Looks like West LA is going to inbound the ball from the baseline. Twa Muldrow into Fortune in the corner, guarded by Holloway out on the perimeter, getting that big out there. Oh, and Holloway steals it, picks it clean.
Just
over to Ashley
pass.
Scott. Ashley Scott over to Killican on the break. Killican's going to kick it back to Ashley Scott. Wide open look at a three. Oh, and just a little too far. It'll be West LA ball on the baseline.
She's not the best shooter, Ashley Scott.
Yeah, you know, she really makes her money handling the ball and getting the offense going, Kev.
You know, I'm sure Coach Strong would have been a lot more upset with that shot if it wasn't 42-29.
Brittany Jackson splitting the D, guarded by Ashley Scott and Jamila Great. Over to Muldrow, who hits about a 15-footer. That'll cut the Corsairs lead to 11 with 16 and a half minutes left in the second half.
That's been one of the bright spots for this West LA team. Muldrow with that jump shot.
She's
Looking
been
good today.
keeping it close, Kev. That being said, Holloway misses a really easy little turnaround jump shot from about 5 feet. Dozier with the rebound, and she will kick it out to Brittany Jackson, who's just weaving her way through the Corsair defenders. Out on the three-point line, crosses up Killigan, and gets Holloway on a foul. Yeah, she was just standing there. She ran right into her. She's just got to, know how much power she has. And
that's some good dribbling, though, by Brittany Jackson right there.
Yeah,
I really like that.
Good dribbling and good way of exploiting, Holloway's position and just kind of running into her. We see point guards in the NBA do that all the time.
I saw that crossover she did right there. Where's that been the whole game?
Yeah, absolutely, Kev. West LA, inbound from the baseline. The Dozier throws it over to
Jackson.
Fortune.
Oh, Fortune.
Rebound SMC out to Killican on the break, trying to get the offense going. Great out on the corner. Holloway from down low. Defenders all over her, didn't come close. And a foul looks like on Ashley Scott.
Killigan's not having an amazing time right now statistically, but she's doing a great job of keeping this offense organized.
She's working hard, Kev. She's working hard. Oh, so close to a breakaway, but unfortunately it was a kick ball off of number 2, Jamila Great. Jamila Great averaging 10.2 points per game this season, 7.5 rebounds and a block.
She was really that offensive, I don't want to say star, but focus, while Holloway was not here for SMC.
No, absolutely, Kev. You got Dozier running point now out on the perimeter. Got forwards running point now. Like we said, it's a real point guard by committee, Kev. Fortune with the ball out on the three-point line. And another foul called on SMC. They're piling up the fouls quick, Kev. They're going to be in single bonus in no time here.
You see them, just two SMC players just crowding Muldrow as soon as the ball was anywhere near her vicinity.
Big time.
They don't want her to shoot.
Great Jackson
pass.
falling out of bounds, throws it to Dozier. Dozier up for 2. Nice little layup.
That's what West LA needs. They need inside shots that are easy, and Brittany Jackson needs to set those up for West LA.
And just like that, the Corsairs lead is down to single digits at 9. Holloway with the ball from about 10 feet, puts it up and misses again. I can't remember the last time she hit a shot, Kev. She's really on a cold streak right now.
That's a great fake, though.
Yeah, great fake. She's just really got to figure out a way to convert.
She's having a lot of trouble getting those shots in.
Brittany Jackson crossing over Ashley Scott at the top of the three-point line. Over to Muldrow, trying to get the ball down low to the bigs. Oh, and picked by Holloway. Ashley Scott out on the break. She's got 3 defenders in front of her, though. Little 3-on-3. Try to get the ball down low to Holloway. Oh, over to Great. Nice little 7-footer. Misses, though, unfortunately. West LA with the rebound. Out to Jackson. Jackson, 3-on-3. Takes the ball down into the paint. Great block by Delgado.
Oh.
Fantastic all ball, Kev, that leads to a jump ball, and that'll be SMC possession, it looks like.
She's feeling good after that one. I'm talking about Delgado.
Yeah, that was all ball, Kev. That was the best block we've seen all game. That was going up and meeting it at the apex right there. SMC. Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
I owe you the Coke.
Yeah.
I don't think so, my friend. I don't think so.
Hey, well, we got Bria Nelson back in, thank God, Kev. She's, she just crossed up. Muldrow going to take it all the way down.
Man.
Lefty layup. One of the best moves we've seen all game, Kev.
That might be one of the best plays I've seen this entire game. No, that's the best play of this game by far.
And that's how you announce your presence with authority, Kev.
That's how you say I'm back in this game.
SMC with the three-quarter court press. One-on-one back down to Delgado, thank God, back for the defense. It will be West LA College ball out of bounds. 14 minutes left.
By Bria Nelson.
It was a thing of beauty, Kev.
I did that in 2K the other day, actually.
Muldrow into Jackson. Great defense by the Corsairs. Unfortunately, off the Corsairs. West LA will have to inbound again. You can have Muldrow trying to inbound to Jackson. Out on the floor with her, you have Fortune, Dozier, and number 12, Emma Kilo.
On the offensive side of the ball, it really looks like SMC. When they use Imani Holloway, they try to post her up, get her inside. I'd like to see maybe a pick and roll with Imani Holloway and Nelson.
And it looks like the refs are telling Holloway and Akilu to keep the hands up, Kev. They don't like the low bows, and you're pushing around down there on the block. Great ball movement by West LA and a couple of bigs down there for the rebound, but they cannot convert. Holloway had the rebound for a second, but unfortunately Dozier comes away with it. Oh, and right after I say that, she throws it away into the backcourt. It'll be SMC's ball, out of bounds. 13 minutes, 49 seconds left in the second half. Corsairs with an 11-point lead, 44-33.
Rough shooting game for number 24.
Very much so, Kev. You know, just more of a rebounding presence with that, Kev, you know. Bria Nelson with the ball at the top of the key, gets it back from Great. Great and Delgado try to run the pick and roll, but can't get anything going. West LA's there. Oh, great with a great feed from Nelson. Dives and gets a nice little 2-point layup. Corsairs lead back up to 13. Delgado back one-on-one with Akilu. Oh, great defense by the Corsairs. No foul call. Oh, and that'll be a foul on Akilu. Holloway trying to break away. You know, Holloway has great size, Kev. You know, she's not as big as Akilu or maybe some of the other girls, but she's that perfect, like, you know, small forward. You know, she can still, you know, drive the lane and, you know, just great size for this level, you know?
You know, that was a good play by Akilu. I don't know if she meant to do that, but Santa Monica had like a 4-on-0 going on, and then whoa!
Ooh, looks like Jackson and Nelson will get caught up at mid-court right there. Jackson's defense just a little bit too aggressive.
You know, Brittany Jackson and Nelson right here. I want to see them go back and forth. It's going to be a good matchup here for the point guards.
You know what? I would love to see that too. You know, you would think hopefully Jackson will call her number a little bit more often in this late in the second half. That being said, Ashley Scott with the ball on the three-point line gets it down to Holloway from about 20 feet. Oh, great steal by Fortune, bringing it down to the Corsairs zone. And she is met by Ashley Scott.
Oh, hard foul.
Hacked, hits the ground. Cannot convert, but she will go to the line for 2, Kev.
You know, that was a hard foul there, but that was a play on the ball. From what I could see, it was completely on the ball. Good hard foul there.
You know, Kev, what's something else that stand out to me is the array of kicks that both of these teams are sporting. I see LeBrons, I see KDs, I see Kobe's. It's like a nice little art gallery out there with all these.
If anyone's got the Kobe's, I got to give it up to them.
Right. I see a couple different pairs of Kobe's out there. All the cool camo, you know, looks and.
I don't see the Kobe 9s out there, though. You know, Kobe. You see those Kobe 9s with the whole ankle support?
You know what? I think they're about to come out in February. I think that's why, Kev. Looks like West LA will miss both free throws after the foul. Bria Nelson down to Holloway, down low. Great. Just great baseball pass down from about mid-court. Hits Holloway on the break right there for the 2-point conversion.
You know, we haven't been able to see a lot of Bria Nelson and Amani Holloway together at the same time, but certain things can happen, and you just saw it right there when these two are in the game. Both very good players.
Great steal by Great on the break. Great and Ashley Scott 2-on-1. She'll go up. Amazing block by number 21, Brittany Jackson. Brittany Jackson's doing everything, Kev. She's running the offense for West LA. She's getting back and blocking shots. I mean, what doesn't she do?
I think Brittany Jackson needs to have the ball more in her hands here, Trev.
Like you said, Kev, I would love to see a Nelson-Jackson rivalry started right here tonight. Great defense by number 23, Dozier, with those long arms. And looks like a little bit of confusion by the Corsairs. You had Scott and Great and Nelson all in the backcourt. Couldn't figure out who the ball was going to, so unfortunately tipped out of bounds. It'll be West LA ball. 12.5 minutes left. Corsairs 48, West LA 33.
You know, if you're SMC, you want to cut down the mistakes, but West LA just keeps making these mistakes. You can't do this if you're West LA. You got to score here. And you got the trademark Muldrow-Jackson connection. Misses the 18-footer, and Holloway with the rebound. Holloway out to Nelson. Nelson tries to get the ball down low to Great. She keeps it in bounds. Looks like she'll throw it down low to Delgado. Back out to Nelson. Nelson from about 30 feet, try to get the offense going. Nelson calling out the play, over to Great, pretty wide open side. She'll call her own number, and it'll just bank out. Holloway with the rebound, and that'll roll out too. Delgado trying to get the rebound, Holloway trying to get the rebound. Unfortunately, Holloway will be called for the foul. Oh, that's it's a little troubling, Kev. I think that might be 3 or even 4. That is her 4th personal foul, Kev. That's 4 on Holloway.
So with about 11 minutes, 50 seconds left in this game.
You know, unfortunately, Trevor, we haven't been able to see a lot of Bria Nelson and Holloway together.
You know, depending, you know, I think it's 5 fouls at this level, Kev. So one more and she's gone, and we're talking about SMC's best players. So.
I think you're right. You know, and Bria Nelson's in a lot of foul trouble herself.
If she's got somebody driving the lane, she's going to have to just, you know, pull an Olay and let him run right by. Muldrow, good on the first. That'll make it 48-34 SMC. Muldrow will pull up for the second. West LA electing to evacuate the lane. And she will hit on the second. It'll be 48-35 SMC. Truitt inbounds to Nelson. Nelson, she'll try to cross over Jackson. She'll get to the top of the three-point line. Great defense by Jackson. Inbounds to Truitt. Truitt out to the three-point line for great, but she'll lose it. West LA on the break, 2-on-3. And a great left-handed layup by Dozier.
Dozier had Jackson up there. I'm sure Jackson would have been mad if she didn't make that layup.
Yeah, nice lefty conversion. That'll cut the Corsairs lead to 11 with 11 and a half minutes left. Very doable, Kev.
Ooh.
Bad shot by Truitt. You know, I think she should have probably taken her time, done a drop step, or kicked it back out for the three-point line.
Let's see if West LA can get the lead to, or their deficit to single digits in this possession right here.
Well, if they score here, Kev, they will have accomplished that. We got Brittany Jackson running point, swings it out to Muldrow. Back over into the corner to Fortune. Over to Muldrow, and Muldrow hits again. I'd have to say that Muldrow is probably their number one spot-up shooter, Kev.
Yeah,
whenever she's
definitely
wide open, she pulls the trigger, and she should.
I'm surprised she didn't take that three. She actually stepped up to take the long two. Wondering why she did that. Maybe it's just that automatic for her.
That makes two of us, Kev, and looks like Jackson's starting to get more aggressive on the defensive end, which is exactly what we talked about.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, she'll be called for the foul right there.
Her second personal, 16 foul.
And Nelson will inbound for SMC at the sideline. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left. Corsairs with a 9-point lead.
Brittany Jackson only has 2 fouls, though. I want her to go after Bria Nelson. She's got to be the aggressor for this team.
Yeah, she needs to go hard, man. You got Delgado out on the perimeter, throwing it to Ashley Scott. Back over to Nelson in the corner. Down low to Truitt. Up for two, and it rims out. Gets her own rebound. No call. Misses the second. West LA ball.
That's 2 heartbreakers right there.
Yeah, you know, really close to a foul on the second one, Kev, but the rest had a better look at it, so we will let them make those judgment calls. Ooh, unfortunately, SMC will get called for that one, and it will send West LA to the line to try to narrow this lead to 7 points, Kev. Nervous time right now for the Lady Corsairs in the last quarter of this game.
Right on cue, Brittany Jackson being the aggressor, being aggressive, going inside, getting to the line. That's what you got to do when you only have 10 minutes left in a game and you're down 9 points.
Big time, Kev, big time. And Brittany Jackson being a point guard, shooting guard, you know, you expect her to hit both of these.
SMC already seeing problems inside with Amani Holloway out of the game.
Yeah.
Oh.
And she'll miss that first one. Rare occurrence. Corsairs still holding on to that 9-point lead with 10:21 to go in the second half.
You know, you really haven't seen a lot of Shannon Yan in the second half.
Especially
I'm wondering if that had to do with her bunches of turnovers in the first half.
It's a good point, Kev, you know, because she is probably the Corsairs' best three-point shooter, and we have not seen her out there. Nelson will bring the ball to the top of the three-point line, throw it over to Great in the corner. Ashley Scott, top of the three-point line, back over to Nelson, who just ran the runner and comes up short right off the rim. Brittany Jackson running the break, 1-on-2 against Nelson, and Scott has Muldrow coming over her way. And Great, SMC called for the foul. Looked like all ball to me, Kev. But
looked like a good block to me,
It
too.
looked pretty good. Looks like, you know, SMC's going to have to be real careful here, Kev. You know, the refs aren't shy about calling fouls right now, and that's about, what, maybe 3 straight trips with a trip to the line?
You know, with 4 fouls here, it looks like Amani Holloway is getting set to come back into this game.
Yeah.
Still no sighting of Amanda Yan, who had 2 threes in the first half.
Yeah, you know, it's a great point, Kev. I wonder, you know, she's got her shooting jacket on over there. I wonder if it's a health issue,
you know,
or
what I think this is, SMC is not a good three-point shooting team. Amanda Yan, best three-point shooter on SMC, but she's only shooting 30%, and that's the best three-point shooter they got.
Yeah, that being said, she's West LA misses the second. You know, Ashley Scott back to Nelson, bring the ball up.
Where SMC is going to have success is inside, either to Amani Holloway
and Fortune with the steal, one-on-one against Ashley Scott. She'll go for 2 and she'll hit.
And just like that, Trev,
it's a 5-point game, Kev, with 9.5 minutes left. Nervous time right here for SMC. Nelson weaving her way in and out of the defense. Great block by West LA. Truitt with the rebound, and she will get 2 from the line. Foul called on Fortune from West LA.
You know, just like I was saying, where SMC is really going to win games is inside.
And just like that, we have a great game, Kev.
They're not a great shooting team from outside, but they're great inside with Amani Holloway and their bigs, and with Scott and Great.
Absolutely, Kev. Truitt good on the first. Push the Corsairs lead back up to 6.
Yeah, Trev, but just like you were saying, we got a 6-point game here.
Dude, we had a good game now, Kev.
Game
Holloway and Nelson back in this game, though, for SMC. Let's see if they can get something running together.
Looks like Fortune for West LA will get a break right here. Trude on the second, hits. That'll push the Corsair lead back up to 7.
Timeout taken by Santa Monica.
And looks like Santa Monica is going to take a timeout here. You know, what do you think is going on in that huddle right now, Kev?
You know, one thing I could really see from my vantage point is a very upset Amanda Yan.
Yeah, she's at the end of the bench. She's got her shooting shirt on. She's not involved in the huddle. She's got her back to it. You know, what is going on right now with Yan right now, Kev?
Something obviously had to have happened. She's at the end of the bench, not listening to Coach Strong at all. You know,
we know she's a spirited player,
I didn't want to bring this up, but 2 games ago, I also noticed, you know, Amanda Yan, she loves taking those threes. Before this game, she took 83 of them, which is considerably a lot more than SMC wants to do because Coach Strong doesn't like those threes. She likes going inside, so maybe she doesn't like the reckless shooting of Amanda Yan because if you know Amanda Yan and if you watch her this season, you know she'll take some reckless shots. Granted, she's a great shooter.
Yeah, perhaps, Kev, but she is barely engaged. Once again, back. She could not be sitting further from head coach Lydia Strong. They are literally bookending both ends of the bench.
She's at the end of the bench right
very
there.
interesting to see. You know, one of the, you know, as you see on that shot right there, one of the main time getters in the first half, Kev, now reduced to a bench spot, getting pumped up by one of the assistant coaches. So something definitely happened, Kev. Gonna have to get to the bottom of that.
And that's huge because she's their best shooter.
Yeah, especially, you know, best percentage from the three-point line, Kev. You know, she was completely wet from 3 the first half.
Man.
And right there, you'll have West LA cutting the lead back to 5 with a nice little layup down low. Bria Nelson trying to break the half-court press, throws it down to Truitt. Truitt back out to Scott. Scott will try to run the offense top of the three-point line. Now she'll throw it over to Nelson. Nelson calling out plays. Going to try to get it down to Holloway, who's one-on-one. Goes up with the hook and cannot get the three-point play.
You know, you're seeing inside West LA really having the ability to attack inside.
That's her second personal. 8th team foul.
Yeah, really interesting, Kev, you know, to see what can happen, you know, during a halftime to completely change a team's game plan, you know?
You know, don't undermine Shannon Yan's ability to get boards either because she's averaging around 9 rebounds in conference, 7 rebounds in, you know, all games in general. She may not be the biggest person out there, but she is great at getting those boards.
And right now you have West LA bringing the ball back up. You got Muldrow trying to drive the lane, Kev. Muldrow back out to Jackson. Jackson drives the lane. Nice running layup. Can't get it to go. Tony True with the rebound.
Brittany Jackson looks hurt.
Ooh.
Brittany Jackson is down.
And you've got great ball movement by Santa Monica, Kev. But yeah, that'll lead to a timeout, injury timeout.
There has to be an injury timeout here. Brittany Jackson is limping on that left ankle. She can't even walk, Trev.
Yeah, and ankle issues in a pair of Kobe's is something that we're used to, isn't it, Kev?
Oh, just like that, she walks it off.
She's a warrior, Kev.
Oh, but I don't think she can play.
I think they're going to give her a couple minutes on the bench to see if she can work that thing back into a nice rhythm. But
you know, she got the Kobe 8s on. If she got the Kobe 9s that are coming out later, like you said, she'll get the ankle
great
support.
point, Kev. We probably wouldn't be having this conversation. We have West LA bringing the ball up. Now it's going to be Fortune who's going to be called upon to run the offense. Fortune trying to get something going, starting off noticeably about 5 more feet off the three-point line. Muldrow running, trying to get a running layup going, no good. Rebound West LA, no good. Rebound SMC.
Yeah, that's not Muldrow's game. You're looking for her in a catch-and-shoot situation, not in a situation where she's going towards the basket or anything.
Absolutely. Nelson with the ball, bringing it up. Ashley Scott at the top of the key, just got the ball from Great in the corner. They'll try to get the ball to Holloway. They do, right at the corner. She'll pull up from 15, and it will not roll in.
Holloway getting good looks, but not converting.
Great looks, Kev. She's just not hitting those 15-footers.
It's been a while since we've seen her make those,
I'm telling you, Kev, she looked great at the beginning of the game, but recently she hasn't hit anything. That being said, you got Muldrow now running point for West LA, bringing the ball up. She's going to throw the ball over to Fortune. Fortune drives the lane, up over Nelson. Great D by Nelson, no good by West LA. Looks like a loose ball foul on West LA right there, Kev. Oh, no, they're going to call it an SMC, it looks like, huh?
Foul number 42.
You know, I hate to keep bringing this up.
Second personal.
Amanda Yan averages 9 rebounds a game, my man.
And I can see the red on her face from here, Kev. She looks pissed.
You know, this is not something, you know, I like to bring up or I like to talk about. But she's one of the better players on this Corsairs team. That's the only reason why I think you and I are so perplexed about this decision to sit her. Because it has to be something if you're not going to play your best three-point shooter. It's got to be something.
It has to be a character issue, Kev, and it'll be real interesting to see what happens. Corsairs cannot convert on the free throw. Lead still at 7, 52-45.
By all accounts, I hope it's not a character issue. I hope they can work those things out.
I hope so too, Kev.
She's a hell of a player.
You never like hearing about that, you know?
She's a hell of a player.
Fortune will try to break it, or oh, nice little bunny hop.
She was out of bounds.
She stepped on the line. She stepped on the line, and it looked like she might have traveled.
Yeah, it was barely out of bounds.
Yeah, great defense by the Corsairs.
Great defense.
Truitt will inbound to Nelson. Nelson is met by Fortune about midcourt. Holloway, 2-on-2, 3-on-2 actually with West LA. Oh, and we cannot convert. Ooh, really close to a carry by West LA,
SMC
but they'll let him go.
Can't let West LA just hang around here. It's a 7-point game. You got to close it out.
And there we go, Brittany Jackson getting it to Fortune over there, Kev. Jackson will drive the lane, dishes it. Oh, but she's called for the travel. Travel has just been an epidemic for this team tonight, Kev.
It's just been the turnovers, man. The turnovers from West LA.
Bria Nelson will bring the ball up. Oh, gets it to Holloway. Holloway wide open at 3, but she knows if she does better work down on the post. She gets it from about 10 feet and throws it back to Nelson.
Really hesitant right there. It's probably because she has been making that consistently.
You're right, Kev. It's starting to get into her head right now. And now the Corsairs are called for a travel.
Just some sloppy basketball we're seeing right here. You know, this is a typical hang-around basketball game. You let the other team hang around for a little bit. You don't shut them out.
Hanging around.
If you're a boxer, you got to knock the guy out if you can in the first round, right?
And you're right, Kev.
Go to the ninth.
7 points in 6 minutes is nothing. That's a couple of three-point trips.
Exactly.
That being said, West LA's top three-point shooter gets the ball at the top of the key. Passes. Fortune in the corner for 2 and air balls. Great, almost with the rebound. Unfortunately,
SMC
Tony Truitt's there.
SMC getting a little lucky there.
Yep, and Bria Nelson bringing the ball back.
They had Muldrow right open on top. That's SMC ball.
Missed 3 for SMC. Fortunately, they will keep the ball.
Monty Holloway, you know, West LA, if they're doing anything really good, is they're neutralizing and sustaining the impact that Amani Holloway has in this game.
Great inbounds play by SMC, Kev. Great, hits a nice little 8-footer, pushes the Corsairs lead back up to 9, which is where they wanted it the least. And that will force West LA to call a timeout, Kev. I'm telling you, though, as soon as the timeouts get called, I'm just looking to see what's going on with Jan. I'm intrigued at this point.
SMC needed that, but Trev, I feel this is like this is the reporter in you, huh?
Yeah, big time, Kev.
You know, if you guys don't know Trevor, he's actually a reporter for the Santa Monica paper.
Yeah, this is the SMC Corsair right here.
And he's just itching at the bits ever since I brought this up.
Oh, we want the story, Kev.
Trev, I should have never brought this up to you in the first place.
Yeah.
I really shouldn't have.
I got
if anything, we'll get our sideline reporter down there.
And we do, Kev. We got her down there ready to go.
We'll have her ask her. We'll have her. Man, while we're in the timeout, though, you know, I'm just like you, man. I don't want to talk about this Amanda Shannon Yan situation.
You can't help but to.
Because when you look at her stats,
Let's go over Shannon Yan's stats real quick, Kev.
She's averaging 8.8 points, 7 rebounds, 2 assists. So she's playing a huge part for this team inside, even though she's a guard. Great rebounding guard.
And she's the 4th leading scorer for the Lady Corsairs right now, Kev.
Exactly.
And it is obvious she is not going to be playing in the rest of this game. She hasn't played all second half.
Arms crossed, shoot warm-ups on. You know, no one really next to her. There's 2 seats occupying the seats next to her. The only person near her is a coach. Something must have happened in the locker room. It might have been because of those turnovers, but let's not speculate yet. We'll find out after the game.
And the balls of her feet are moving so fast, I could have sworn she was playing the old Super Nintendo or Nintendo track game, okay? Like, swear to God.
Man, I haven't heard about that one in a while.
So Brittany Jackson will bring the ball up. She'll get it down to Dozier on the block, but she will miss the layup. Holloway's there for the rebound, but she gets tied up.
Dozier.
That will be possession for West LA.
Dozier was really active and really aggressive in the beginning of that first half. Let's see if she goes more towards that and tries to attack Amani Holloway, who has a lot of fouls, actually.
Yeah, you know, this has been West LA's, pretty, they're more or less their starting lineup, the lineup that they go for to, make their money. So it'll be interesting to see if these guys will be able to run out the last 5.5 minutes. That's asking a lot for this.
In a single-digit game, I mean, in basketball, we know anything. It's all about runs. And if they make a run here, it could be a tie game just like that.
Yeah, 9 points, Kev, 5 minutes left. I mean, you hit 2 threes, it's a 3-point game.
When you got a shooter like Muldrow,
and
come back is easy. Oh.
Muldrow get it out to Fortune out on the perimeter, down to Dozier on the low block. Dozier is swarmed by SMC defenders. Oh, and West LA will miss about a 15-footer. Oh, and now West LA will get called for the loose ball foul. That'll be SMC ball on the baseline. Oh, nope, that looks like it'll be 1-and-1.
Looks like an over-the-back foul, actually, on it's got to be number 24 over there.
And it looks like SMC is in single bonus at this point, Kev.
Already in foul trouble. Already
in foul trouble. You know, I mean, if you remember last half, I think the Corsairs were out of fouls with like 13, 14 minutes to go. It's pretty crazy to see that they kept it so close. And that'll be great. Missing wide left. Wasn't very close. Usually a player like Gray, she'll miss when she misses the first one like that, she'll be dialed in and she'll hit this second one.
You know, shooting 61% from the free throw line this year, so not too great, not too bad.
Actually, yeah, Kev, that's a great stat because she wasn't close on the second either, but she gets her own rebound and misses the layup. Misses the wide open layup. That might be something we might look back at, Kev.
You know, that could have been the one that really put them away here, but
yeah, that
you
could
got
have been
5 minutes left. You let the team hang around. We're going to see what happens.
And now you got Jackson bringing the ball up. She's met by Ashley Scott. Great defense by the Corsairs. Oh, and Great shoots the gap. Almost leads to a steal for Bree Nelson. West LA will get the ball at the top of the key. Throws it over to Brittany Jackson. Brittany Jackson looking for the bigs down low. Great defense by Holloway. Picks the pass clean. Gets it to Ashley Scott. Ashley Scott looking for Nelson, looking for their point guard. The one who they always look to run their offense and get it going. Great will get the ball out on the perimeter. Back to Nelson, about 30 feet away from the basket. To Great in the corner, trying to run a little dish to Holloway. It's not there. Ashley Scott's there to save the ball. Back over to Great in the corner. Back to Scott. Holloway about 10 feet, drives the lane. Dishes over to Truitt for the 8-footer, 2-pointer, 11-point lead for the Corsairs.
Great job by Holloway to find the open person, or find the open player on that pass.
Some of the best ball movement we've seen tonight, Kev.
Her shot's not really going for her in this game, Trev, but she's really trying to find a way to impact the game.
Absolutely, Kev. You got Jackson looking for Dozier down low. They've been looking for her all game, Kev, but they cannot find her. Jackson fakes, looking for Muldrow possibly for a 3. Tries to shake Nelson, goes up, throws up a prayer, not close, not bailed out. Nelson looking for Holloway on the break, gets Scott instead. And Scott squanders the breakaway. That being said, SMC will keep possession. Nelson at the top of the key from about 25 feet.
You know, if Nelson just did a little bit higher of a pass, that could have been a great pass to Holloway.
Yeah, or maybe even earlier, Kev.
Yeah.
Nelson with the ball on the 3-point line, trying to get it down to Holloway. A nice little dish. Holloway from 10 feet. Oh, and it rims in and out.
No, but I like that two-man. I like that two-man game by Holloway and Nelson there.
They should be running that more often, Kev.
Exactly. Isolate both of them on one side and let them run that little screen. It wasn't even a pick and roll. It was more like a run to her left, come outside, pick and pop kind of thing.
Absolutely, Kev. You got Muldrow throwing to Fortune, down to Dozier on the low post. Great block by Truitt. Great hands by Holloway. Stolen ball to Nelson for SMC. Running the break over to Ashley Scott. Down low to Truitt, but it's stolen by West LA, unfortunately. All right, you got West LA running the break. Muldrow now running point for West LA. Bringing the ball up. She should just run up and pull the trigger on that 3, Kev.
She's got to get going.
Oh, great D by Nelson. Nelson. Breakaway. Oh, and they cannot control it. Muldrow get the ball back. You got a 5-on-3 opportunity. Not a great shot.
That's not what you're looking for on a 5-on-3.
On a 5-on-3, you're not looking for a running hook shot against 2 defenders, Kev.
Not looking for the Kareem Sky hook there.
You know, it's almost, when you have that kind of a breakaway, you get so filled up with excitement, you can't control yourself sometimes.
You know, that honestly might have been,
perhaps,
that might have been the last chance because it's getting close to 2 minutes. SMC makes another basket. That
with
might be the game there, Trev.
You know what, Kev? It looks like they're up by about 13 with 2 minutes left. That should be the game. That was Truitt with a nice little 5-foot turnaround jumper. Just great execution down low by the bigs for the Lady Corsairs today, Kev. And, it's going to be too much.
You know, I'm going to make a bold prediction right here and say that SMC closes this one out.
Yeah.
Because West LA has no cohesion on offense. Look, another turnover.
Another breakaway for SMC. The Twins cannot convert on the attempts, but Ashley Scott will go to the line for 2, Kev.
The Twins, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, Kev.
You know, you have the Splash Brothers in the NBA. should they be the fast break sisters?
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
And you got the Smith brothers for the Niners, you know.
And you got the Morris twins.
Yeah, you know, I mean, it's a good question, Kev. We're going to have to come up with something for that.
Great Scott. Scotty Great.
Great
We'll
Scott.
figure it out for the next broadcast. We got it.
Yeah, I'm liking Great Scott, though, Kev. That being said,
You know, you look at that scoreboard right there, 58-45 for the 152. I don't think there's any time for West LA to get back in this game. And even if there was, I don't think their offense is really working in tune. It looks like Coach Matsuhara is going to have to work on that.
Jamela Gradle missed the first shoe, Bacon the second, Kev. That gives the Corsairs a 14-point lead.
Hey, the bank's open today.
The bank is open.
It's not
and
Sunday.
The gym is open also for the men's teams who are getting ready behind the benches as we speak.
And that's going to be a good game right there.
Looking forward to that one, Kev. This has been great, though. This is a great comeback by West LA. You have to give them a ton of credit. You know, just a really good second half to watch.
You know, it looks, ooh, there we go.
Great little turnaround jumper by Christina Gibson. You know, hasn't called her number a lot today, but that was a great looking shot, Kev.
You know, it looks like SMC is going to be able to close out the game right here. Some big storylines coming out of this game is Imani Holloway's comeback. SMC does a great job, you know, getting the win. Imani Holloway noticeably impacting this team of freshmen. She's the only sophomore. You can't get enough veteran leadership on this team because
you can never have too much, Kev.
There is no veteran leadership on this team if you don't have Imani Holloway.
Yeah. And then even as your emotional leader and your big time player, you know, Bree Nelson. You got a 2-on-1 right here for SMC. Over to Great, and she'll put in the 2-pointer with a minute left, pushing the Corsairs lead back to 14.
Great Scott.
Great Scott,
Great
Kev.
Scott
I
right
love
there.
It. All
you
right,
know, I'm just telling you, man, those two are just amazing at that fast break. They leak out at every opportunity.
They do. Nelson, too, Kev. You know, when they're out on the fast break, it looks good.
It looks like they're going to slow things down here, understandably.
Yeah, they're going to slow it down. Nelson's going to bring the ball. Does a nice little spinning move and then a nice little in-and-out crossover. Too much for Jackson, and spins off of Jackson and draws the foul. Looks like she'll go to the line for double bonus with 32 seconds left.
You know, we never got that Jackson-Nelson battle. Well, maybe we kind of did. We saw Jackson D up on Nelson a lot, and what we saw was Jackson fouling Nelson a lot.
Yeah, you know, I felt good about, you know, the second half little duel that they had going. You know, Jackson was giving it her all, and, you know, Nelson just has such a cool, calm demeanor. You know,
you know,
you don't think she's, you know, expelling a ton of energy, but she is.
Yeah.
She does her thing well, Kev.
I mentioned Jackson's fouls. That's more to do with how great Nelson is at handling the ball.
Absolutely.
Just great dribbling on her side. Looks like it's going to be West LA ball.
32 seconds left here. Corsairs 61, West LA 47. Jackson will bring the ball up. Lady Corsairs will win their first game in conference.
I think this is their first win at home, actually.
I believe it is as well, Kev, at least in conference for sure. So, you know, really nice of the Corsairs to break that losing streak. I think they had dropped 7 straight, so got to feel really good for the Lady Corsairs tonight.
This is just the way Imani Holloway wanted to come back.
Absolutely,
maybe she could have scored a little bit more on those shots, but a great way for the sophomore.
Nice little applause from the crowd as the clock winds down. And looks like Yawn has still got her arms crossed at the end of the bench, Kev. Going to be real interesting to see what that was all about. Hopefully we can get some time with head coach Lydia Strong after this.
A great win for the Corsairs here, but yes, as you pointed out right there, let's see what is going on with Shannon Yawn.
Yeah, great win for the Corsairs, Kev. Great to, you know, break that losing streak. And as we say that, looks like Madison Higgins is out on the floor warming up. Unfortunately, Kev, it looks like Kalen Horton will not be playing tonight. He is in street clothes warming up right now. That's going to be a big loss for the Corsairs later on today.
Leading scorer for the Corsairs.
For the Corsairs and for the conference, Kev. So, yeah, big loss for the Corsairs. But that being said, Madison Higgins was huge last week, 2 weeks ago in his absence.
Yes.
So we'll have to just see how they can put it together.
You got to look at Madison Higgins here to carry the scoring load for this Corsairs basketball team. It's going to be really rough. I didn't think they would not have their leading scorer in Horton.
What do you, closing comments on the game, Kev, what do you take away from the Lady Corsairs victory?
From the Lady Corsairs, from the Corsairs, from SMC, women's basketball team, we got to say that we found out 3 things about this women's basketball team today, my friend. Number 1 is Miss Holloway is back, and she is ready to take this conference by storm. You know, I think she can average a double-double. She was missing some easy shots today, but we're going to see that be refined and tuned up as she gets more game experience throughout the season. Hopefully it's not too late for the Corsairs. Second thing, great. And you know what I'm going to say. Great Scott.
Great Scott, baby.
We saw those two leak out on the fast breaks. It was awesome. It's something that, you know, it was predictable because we've seen them doing a lot. And hopefully, with the combination of Bria Nelson, who, of course, had another good game, but you saw Nelson in foul trouble early on. If you have Nelson, Holloway, and Great Scott out there, it's going to be some good stuff. But I wanted to put that fifth player, Shannon Yon, in the conversation because she gets 9 rebounds a game, 7 in conference. But we're going to really have to see why she wasn't in the game in the second half. That's the biggest thing I got to take from that game besides Imani Holloway and Scott Gray, is the fact that Shannon Yon just wasn't in the game at all in the second half, literally.
Hopefully we're going to get to the bottom of that, Kev. I'm not sure if we're going to have availability by either of the coaches after the game. I do definitely think that we're going to have some type of reporting on the situation. Hopefully with more on that is Lizzie Mute.
Who's here with Lady Corsairs head coach. Can you comment on the win tonight?
It's West LA. We're happy we got the win. It's our biggest rival, so we're very happy right now.
And what about the chemistry between Nelson and Holloway?
They work well together and try to find each other all the time. And tonight I think was one of their best games together. They've both been injured, so it's nice to have them both back.
And just one last quick question for you here. We noticed Yanni was on the bench the entire second half. Can you comment on that?
She untied the girl's shoelaces on the free throw line, and you can't have that kind of stuff going on, so we had to just kind of let her know.
Thank you.
Larry Bird used to do the same exact thing. I'm just saying that. But that is the last thing I really expected.
I couldn't have told. If you gave me 100 guesses, Kev, I wouldn't be able to come up with that.
You know, you were right, though. It was a character thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, Coach Strong wasn't happy about that.
It was a little bit of gamesmanship,
But
you know,
man,
a little bit
yeah.
of surprise to hear, you know, that led to, you know, her dismissal the entire second half. But, you know, it's a warning, and now she knows better not to do that again, Kev.
That was just some awesome reporting done by Liz.
Great reporting by Lizzie Muse down there.
Great job by Lizzie.
So for the girls' game, Kev, the Lady Corsairs, that'll do it for us today. They win their first game in conference, their first game at home. And yeah, they'll look to improve their record next game this Saturday.
Yeah.
Until then, I'm Trevor Angoni. This is Kevin Coe. Thanks for joining us today, and we'll see you for the men's game coming up right after this. Great back for the block, and great defense again by West LAD, and Yon for 3. Woo! By the Corsairs. Fortune from about 12 feet misses. And Brittany Jackson going heads up, shakes about 3 defenders, gets up for the layup and takes it all away. That was a